You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, winners. You're welcome. You said you have not been able to join the classes recently due to your work schedule,
Yes, sir.
but we used to have this on weekend. Did you go to work on weekend as well too?
No, it's actually school. It's not work. It's school.
School.
So, yes. So
Oh,
classes usually pop up.
you said what?
I said it's usually school. Yeah. So sometimes like unplanned classes just pop up,
Oh, I
and
understand. Those lecturers that will just come. Oh, yeah, come to my class. What do you call? I understand. It's okay. It's fine. I understand.
yeah.
Then it's fine. Then the night classes should always be for you. Then you should always make yourself available for that. We used to have morning sessions and night session as well. That's that
Okay.
question. Yeah, except on Sunday that we don't have morning session for those who goes to church. Only night sessions tomorrow on Sundays. Thank you for that. Anyway,
Okay.
Dennis, can we meet you, please?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Welcome.
Thanks for the opportunity to join the Zoom meeting.
You're welcome.
I'm from Nigeria,
Okay, we're in Nigeria,
Delta.
Delta State. Okay, you're welcome. That's southern part of Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. This is actually my first time of joining the meeting.
Oh yeah, we
I'll
can
not be
see
able
that.
to share.
Okay.
So I'm expecting to gain more knowledge into FOREX,
Okay.
especially how to generate signal for myself and trade the markets and make profits.
Okay. How to how to learn how to be expert in technical analysis.
Yeah, the technical analysis,
Okay,
yes.
TA
Yes, sir.
analysis expertise.
Yes, sir.
That is what you're looking at for. What about you, Maxwell? What are you looking at for precisely? You didn't tell us that.
I'm sorry, my network is a bit tricky. So
It's okay.
I'm trying to learn how to understand the chart patterns, how to set the right stop losses and take profit, and also how to just like in general trade better.
Okay. Okay. If I may get both of you, I think Amzat is not new here. He has once been on this call, and I don't need to ask him anymore. He's not new any longer. If I should get both of you very clearly, you're saying you want an insight into technical analysis, a general overview insight on how to bisect the chart, how to be able to uh, bring about a call to an accurate either buy or sell. Good. That's never a problem. As I used to tell people, that the least thing ever on the algorithm or on the learning phase of FOREX is not even chart. But mostly when we come into the trading journey, we think chart is the complicated, chart is the bogus, chart is the one thing that I need to bring down. Once I can bring it down, I'll be fine for life. Funniest thing enough that once you understood chart, you will find out that so this is not even the main thing. I need to still know some other things. If you understand chart and you don't have a good risk management, I don't have a balanced psychology, you will still struggle. Write that down. Write it down. Note, if you understand the chart, can somebody type that on the chat board or write it down on your notes? Keep it somewhere else, please. I love when someone always jot. Keep it somewhere else and jot, please. Write it down. If you understand the chart or if you master the art of technical analysis, write it down. If you master the art of technical analysis without you, are you writing down, guys?
Yes, I'm listening.
Awesome.
I'm not
Awesome.
maybe on this stuff.
Without you understanding or having a proper risk management and a balanced psychology, you will still struggle in your journey. That is it. You will still struggle. Just you will not be making profit. You will be making profit, but it will not be spontaneous. the level at which you will speed up to drag. For example, someone who is trying to, how would I say, someone who is trying to, someone who is trying to join in the place and is trekking. Is going to, you are from Delta, you are from Enugu, okay. You're from Delta to Enugu, but maybe just an hour, a 4-hour journey or 5-hour journey. But while he's traveling there, he has loads that are quite heavier than what you will have even imagined or so. And he carrying that one on his head or her head, and they're dragging another one on the hands. Tell me, with someone that doesn't have load, just moving, who will get there faster? And they are both trekking. The person with load will definitely use extra hours, isn't it? Am I speaking, guys?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir.
listening.
Exactly. We definitely use extra hours than the person with that load. So that's exactly what it means. So it will drag you down. You definitely be working. No, the person with load will definitely work. But that load is more or less, it will be like a baggage. It will be like a difficult thing for him or her. But without anything, you can easily you just move it. Sometimes you can even just to jog and you'll be fine. That's exactly what it means. So I tell people, so if you're always thinking analysis there, no, it's not so. It's not so. It's just a fraction part of it. It's good to know it, of course. It's best. It's perfect because for me, it sounds like a foundation. Once you know that one is done. Just like someone that wants to become a pilot or an engineer. You're done with secondary school, of course I'm done with that. Then I need to go to university or to study this. Yeah, that one is done exactly. You don't just jump into university and then what? Go to become pilot. You definitely face the levels and the phase. So it's just a phase actually of the journey. It's not the end of the journey, just a phase. But once you understood that, you realize that I needed more. That's what we tell our mentorship students because we take them into those routes because we understand that all these FOREX journey are into routes. We take them into route of a newbie, route of an intermediate, route of the advanced, and route of the profitability. There are few that are just in the profitability thing because profitability is beyond just technical analysis. It's beyond just that. Profitability is beyond just TA fundamental. It's beyond that. There are things that will just review to you that you will couple with your trading. Am I talking to somebody? I will help you with your trading. Are you there, guys? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. So these are the stuffs that, of course, so these are the stuffs that we do teach our mentorship students. And of course, I said something last week. Let me recap. It could be a learning for some of you guys. Yeah. Could be a good learning for some of you guys here. So before we go into the chat, and of course, then we can learn one or two things together. Now, last week, someone asked a question and he said, that was Blessing Yanacho. She's not here. Unfortunately, she's not here, but let me answer some of those questions. She asked a question about entry confirmations of a trade and winning and losing often times. Then I told her, she asked a question about how she can she's already a good person, at least trying in the TA aspect. And then she asked that how can she master the confirmation entering and how can she stop the atmosphere? How can she stop the stage of losing or winning? Now, one thing I discovered from that question is psychology. The next thing is risk management. I told her that one thing I would love to recommend to you, so come on, write it down and type it on the chat box. It's called Mark Douglas. It's a book by Mark Douglas. It's called How to Trade in the Zone. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Can somebody type that on the chat box for us? Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Can somebody type it on the chat box for us, please? Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. That is a book about awesome. Everyone can get that book to help you a lot in your psychology. It's not about technical analysis book. Technical analysis can be learned. We can teach you that everything. It's about psychology, having a right mindset about the market. It's about having a wide, because this game is a game of mind. It's a mindset game. People don't understand. That's why it's difficult. It's a psychology game. As mean there's no psychology about FOREX. It's so simple. Everybody just making money. It's not what the psychology part is what makes you so difficult. It's what makes it so difficult. So I recommended that, and then I told her that there are 4 things. Let me share my screen so we can show you guys that there are 4 things we use in our own confirmation. Let me share my screen and quickly show you why I attend to some of those questions one after the other. And I told her that there are 4 things we use in our own confirmation. In our trading, there are 4 things we use actually in our setup. 4 things we look at for. I told her that firstly, we used 5 strategies, just 5 strategies. That's what we use. Are you there, guys? Just 5 strategies, that's what we use. And then number 1 of it is trend line. Number 2 is cycle levels. Number 3 is price action. Number 4 is market structure. Number 5 is candlestick confirmation. Candlestick confirmation. I repeat, we deploy 5 strategies before we can make a decision for any trade. We deploy what 5 strategies before we can make any decision for a trade. We deploy what 5 strategies before we can make a decision for a trade. Number 1 is what you can see on my chart is just 2 things. You can only see 2 things, which is what trend line and cycle level. You cannot see more than that. Whereas we have up to 5 that we deploy, that we must deploy. Price action, market structure, candlestick confirmation, and those are the 3, and then these are invisible 3. Those invisible 3 we have been taught deeply on the mentorship platform. There are 5 conferences that we deploy, 5 conferences that we use before we can decide a trade. Number 1 is called cycle level. This green line you're seeing is called cycle level. The blue line you're seeing is called trend line. There are also 3 conferences that you cannot see here that we deploy before we can make a decision. It's called as price action, market structure, and candlestick confirmation. You must see a confirmation before we can say we want to arrive, because every trade will always bring a confirmation. Yes, I'm ready to buy now. That's confirmation showing. Yes, I'm ready to sell now. With the confirmation giving you confirmation candlestick. And those are the things we are giving to our mentorship students. I told her that we have about 20 confirmation candles that will tell you when to buy and when to sell. We have given them all to our students, and I advised them then that I should ensure to start any of our support up on that so that they can have access to mentorship and then learn further from that. Because no matter what you do with some of this training that we have, you cannot let everything finish. Anyone can take it. It could be me, it could be anyone on one-on-one session. Any of the experts in the house can take you guys. So, and I gave them a code that those who attend this free training will have a code. That is the code you submit to the support. Just type to them Bootcamp 2025. This one type of the chatbot. Bootcamp. Type it there on chatbot. Bootcamp 2025, please. Type it. Bootcamp 2025. Can somebody type it, please? Bootcamp 2025. Once you type that to our support, they will give you the discount, about 80% discount. So you'll be able to analyze it and learn further and learn everything. And learn is our strategies. Learn everything. Learn how to learn the price action, market structure, the confirmation. Most importantly, that 20 confirmation candlesticks we give to our mentorship. All of them, they are cleaning right now with those because of what market will always do that stuff before they can enter. One of the difficult things about entering is you have to know when to enter it. When, because you can enter and yet you will experience drawdown. Bam. That is the book, right? Okay, you experience drawdowns. You experience a lot of drawdown, like 50 piece on the billion before it even move. But if you understood the confirmation or the stuff that we give to them, you will be fine. You'll just be waiting for them because markets will always print out those confirmations before it reverses. We give them different candlestick reversal and the confirmation. It's about 20 of them. That thing is a gold mine. And we can't expect all of this to be reviewed to free classes. So I urge them to ensure the chat support up with the what? Let me type it there. With the discount code. The discount code. Once you type it to support, I've sent it to the group. Once you type it to support, they will give you the discount code about 80% discount. Then you can join the mentorship, the one-on-one session. It could be me that will take you, any of our experts that will take you. They will give it to you all these confirmation candlesticks that you need to see, you need to confirm before you can enter, because it's very important. They will show to you the price actions, the market structure, and every other things, because you can only see two, as I said earlier, two on my chart. You can't see the rest again. You can only see two, can't you see? You can only see two things on my chart, trend line and cycle level. The three things are invisible. They are what you need to learn. They are what you will need to learn. They are invisible. And those are the things all of our students are already cleaning it up. They know everything entirely. We give them about 20 inverse candlestick alone. So all of these things will help you if you really want to further into learn, because no matter what learning you want to do, anything that is free has the limitations to its capacity, no matter what. But if you pay for something, you get the level of course, unlimited in its value, no matter what. Of course, that's how it works. So that was why I answered that question. The next question that came in then was from Jude. He said he needed a physical mentoring, desire to know more about chart and about trading. And I told him that we will soon be having office across. Very soon we have our office in Lagos soon. So once we have office, but right now our mentorship is still online. And we are in about 16 countries now, about 2 to 3 continents. So, we believe that we can reach as much as we can online right now. We can reach many, can still touch some countries. So, pending the time, we'll have a physical class. So that he deserves a physical class. That was why I answered that. And I told him also that you should not expect anything that has to be. Mentoring should be free. Mentoring is about time. They are sharing their time to come and teach you. Someone else have used the time to do something else, so you should be willing to pay for it. Of course, so that was why I was able to answer that question. And the next question came in, that was from Toby Prince Till. I said, I'm just starting out. He said he's a beginner, he's using demo for practice and desire to master the trading style, the trading platform. And I told him that that's exactly what I love. He said he's a beginner, he desires to practice, and of course he's using demo. And I told him that most things, why you can try out strategies is on demo. You can pick up our strategies and try using it on demo before you come to live. Don't be like me. I told them many years ago, don't be like me when I just got about FOREX. We had this small knowledge because we have the money, we just pump into it. I made that money because I told them about what is called a beginner's fluke. It will always happen. It's called beginner's fluke. It will always happen to everybody. If you fund $100, you could tend to make $200. Come on, wow, when it's buying, you buy. When it's selling, you sell. All those scalping stops, you just are like, wow, really? This is interesting. Then what am I doing with work? I can choose to quit my work. I'm making this because to me, it was so fun and so interesting. I made a lot of money. I never knew it was beginner's fluke. Really, I made some money. Then I lost it back, actually. Of course, you definitely lose. So I now lost everything back. And I'm like, wow, you can lose the game. And I've injected more money. Thinking I didn't understand charts. I didn't understand charts. I didn't anything. I just follow him. Once his money, I'll buy. Once seller, I'll say. I didn't even know what it's called. What it's called. I didn't do anything. My dear, I lost everything. I lost a lot of millions. I was like, wow. I ran away. I said, I'm not doing this shit again. I said, this thing is for some people. That's one of the mentality we have. Once we lose money, we say, it's for some people, it's for me. I had to go and focus on my 9 to 5. So it was a crazy expense for me. That's why I used to advise people, please do not approach the market with lack of knowledge. Please do not, if I were to start all over again, I will not do that. Those are the wrong thing many of us does. Many of us, we have done that a lot. We think we can only because we have the money, the market and fund and make money. No, that was the wrong way I approached it. And my finger was cut off. I would never approach that money I had there. If I had invested into mentoring or mentorship, or someone that resonates with my personality. I used to say, if you want to find a mentor, don't look for any other person. It will not be us. Look for someone else that can mentor you. Just the person, make sure the person resonates with your personality. That's about pay them. The money you want to blow in the market, pay those people. You will make much more from it. Don't do like me. We have made one decisions about trying to pump out. You lose to those who are experts, who will use your money chop. The experts will chip your money in the market. So I always advise them that don't see the money of investing into mentoring as something. It's a school fees you are paying. Pay him instead of it. Pay him using it in the market. Pay it. So if I were to start all of that, was what I would have done. But we don't have that sense then. We don't have those who have to advise us then. We just think it's just no. So those are the things I did when I advised him never to do such. So try to master his strategies. You can pick up some of our this thing and then follow us on YouTube. We upload videos every blessed day. You are not following us on our YouTube, you are wrong. You are doing the wrong thing now. I will ask the support to send the link again to the group. And there, of course, there should be some upload on all of those videos. So you can follow us on YouTube to learn some of those stuff. Someone talk about, is it not winners, or someone talk about how to stop loss. We have done it. They've done a video on that, a YouTube video on that, how to set a proper stop loss, and your market will not hit your stop loss, how to hide it there with a very, very minimal stop loss weight. We have done it. So you can go to our YouTube channel and go and watch that. Okay. And some other things that you can learn. A lot of videos that you have done. We have about, as I speak right now, more than 100 videos. So imagine if you're trying to watch 40 or 30 of them, you will have learned a lot for yourself. And you come back to the class and ask questions. I'll be so glad, because of what this person is in person. Ourselves. I love that someone. I love someone that challenged me. I love someone that improves herself. You come here with A, but I think I'll come here next week. I'll come here with A, B, C, D. Wow, I'm so impressed. I'll be willing to pour more, because this person is improving, this person is upgrading, this person is doing a good job for him or herself. So that's one of the things I love so much, and we desire every one of you should do. So that's for that. And the last question that came in was from Prince. He said he's a student, do not really have time. And he said he desired to know more about trading and how to go about everything on his schedule. So I advised him that if I were to be a student, why I knew FOREX will have been the best of me, because that's the best time to ever learn FOREX. It's not even when you are working, because you don't have that time. You begin to think of money, begin to think of family and this and this. I'm like, no, you don't have the time. And I try to tell him how he can schedule himself. How he can schedule himself and plan himself properly, during weekends, learn, go to our YouTube, learn some videos and all that, join the classes and all that stuff like that, to plan his time so I can learn this. Because before he's done, he has mastered some things. Because by the time he's done, he can begin, because FOREX requires what? Requires time. I must tell you, it requires time. It's more like someone has to become a doctor. It requires some amount of years that you have to study to become that. 6 years. It requires the time. So same thing, people just think FOREX is just like 2 days, 3 days. Man, no. The market is so volatile. The market has been experienced for many years ago, thousands of millions of years now, and you think you can just do it in just 2 days. No, it's not done. So I advise him, because it costs time, at least 6 months, 1 year, depending on how fast you can learn. Yeah, how fast. That is for TA. The general of it is more than that. For TA, 3 to 6 months, you can learn TA. TA is simple. So with that, you can learn TA. Intensively, you can learn TA. But if you join our mentorship, we can roll you out of course, we have guys that join and within 1 to 2 months, they're already doing fine. Their technical analysis, and they're crazily giving out signals. So it's never a big deal with that. It's not a big deal with that. So that is for that. And I advise him, and also let him never to quit. That's the best time you can enjoy FOREX, because once he's done his school, he will be able to just put money out of something for himself. So that was how we were able to answer some of those questions. We should have a short break after this, so we can look into the chat and you guys can gain 1 or 2 things. Aside from that, I hope you guys have learned something from the questions I just answered so far. Have you guys? Have you?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. What about you, winners? Did you also learn something from that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I keep
Perfect.
forgetting my mic is off. I'm sorry.
Perfect. I'm so glad. Perfect. Awesome. Do you have any questions before we move to the next phase?
No, I'm okay.
What about you, Dan? Do you have any question?
No, sir, I'm okay.
Okay, awesome. Let's join the class for the next 5. Let's go for a break. So we join for the last one, so we can look into the chat and let's check out some outload. Then from there you can answer questions. At least you guys will get something for today. Let's go for a short break. You can join the link in the next 5 minutes. Okay.